Okay, last video we reviewed the POCO X7 Pro version. Now it's the turn of the standard version. If the X7 Pro is designed for those who like extreme performance but don't want to spend too much money, then the non-Pro version is designed for those who have a much smaller budget and don't like to play games on their phone either. Without further ado, let's check if this is worth buying. Although it's from the same series, the design is hugely different from the Pro version. This silver color scheme is already the most minimalist version, but I would still like it to be a bit more minimalist, especially the large logo, which some people might like it, but definitely not me. Other than that, POCO hasn't neutered anything in terms of functionality. It still has all your favorite features, except for the headphone jack, of course. This time, POCO has upgraded the durability of the X7. The new cushioning structure inside the device further boosts its ability to withstand drops, and it is certified with the IP68 dust and water resistant. The protective glass on the screen is also Corning Gorilla Victus 2, so those who have the butterfingers, this time you finally won't be using a phone with a broken display every day. If we have to pick a downside, then the frame being still plastic is the one. The specs of the display are here. There are no obvious shortcomings. It's the level that a budget phone should be in. Manual maximum brightness 500 nits, high brightness mode 1200 nits, 90-20Hz low brightness PWM dimming. There's also under-screen fingerprint recognition, although the position is a little low. Together with the Victus 2 protective glass just mentioned, there are no drawbacks with this screen at this price point. If you want a better screen, then you will have to bump it up to a more expensive phone, such as its brother, the POCO X7 Pro. We all know that all budget phones need to save money in different places to bring down the price. So what has this X7 sacrificed? The answer is performance. The Dimensity 7300 Ultra is an entry-level processor, slightly better than the non-Ultra version. You can still play some mainstream games smoothly, such as PUBG Mobile. There's no lag in smooth graphics setting. The power consumption and temperature are pretty low. Games with higher demands such as Genshin Impact are not as smooth. It should have no problem completing daily quests, and the temperature and power consumption are very well controlled. Gaming space like the Redmi K80 also comes with FPS monitoring. All in all, the X7 is a phone that takes care of daily applications. As long as the tasks you gave it aren't that heavy, it does its job well. The X7's 3 cameras are old favorites of ours. The main camera sensor is a Sony IMX-A8 II. The ultra-wide camera and macro camera are 8 megapixel and 2 megapixel. To be honest, the photos taken with this are better than expected. Of course, as a budget phone, the X7 has a lot of common problems that other phones in the same price range have, such as the purple fringing issue and the loss of clarity in dark night. But if you lower your expectations a bit, not comparing it to the flagship phones, then it can still take a lot of good photos. In-sensor zoom will be activated at more than 2x zoom, so it can capture slightly further away objects as well. The ultra-wide camera didn't disappoint me either, except for the purple fringing issue, which is still as much of a problem as ever. Again, this issue is in all mid-range phones, not just the X7. Night photo clarity is also okay. There's an improvement over previous POCO phones. As for that 2 megapixel macro camera, just pretend you don't have it. Because for what it can shoot, the main camera can do it just as well and with better image quality. You don't have any reason to use it to take pictures, just forget about it. The 20 megapixel front camera is also surprisingly good. It's not just that it can take clear selfies and the keying is good enough. It can even record a 1080p 60fps video with EIS. The clarity is good too, so at least you won't have any problem recording vlogs with it. The main camera can record a 4K video. The ultra-wide camera can only record a 1080p. The frame rate is only 30 for both, but the footage is stable and the clarity is acceptable. For a phone in this price range, this is more than enough. Like the Redmi Note 14 Pro, the POCO X7 has a wired charging power of 45 watts, 26% for a 10 minutes charging, and a full charge in 55 minutes. But unlike the Note 14 Pro, the X7's battery is only 5110 mAh. The battery capacity isn't shockingly large, but the good news is that the processor is power efficient enough. The POCO X7 is not quite like other POCO phones. I mean, most POCO phones are strong in performance, but more average in other specs. but X7 is only weak in performance while other features are good. Up until this point, I still don't know the price of this phone yet, but I'm sure POCO has priced it not too high. For those people who have limited budget and don't play games on their phones, this one will be perfect for you. So, what do you guys think about this phone? Feel free to comment down below. And we're from Gizmochina. See you next time.